Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sunny Side. I'm Sunny, and this video right here is for everybody. We're doing a pick a card tarot reading for your week ahead. So I know on some videos they want to say this is a love thing, or this is a money thing, or this is like, are they going to come back? Is it true love, or are they going to, is she going to kick me in the wallet, or is he just using me? But that's not what this reading is here. We're going to let the cards decide what's going on. So you're going to pick one of the decks of cards, and I'll show them to you in a second, and we're going to let the cards decide what your week ahead is going to be. Now before we do anything, I want to remind you guys that we have a new app here on the SunnySide. It's the SunnySide Astrology app. It's free. It's available for Android and iPhone, and it's really cool. I put a couple of different astrology or horoscope widgets on here so you can get your horoscope from a couple of different perspectives. There's also a spot for some tarot stuff, marriage compatibility or relationship compatibility. There's also a place where you can get your personal chart done and interpreted, all for free. So if you're into that kind of stuff, by all means, please download the app and check it out. Welcome to the Sunny Side. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Maybe give the video a thumbs up. And if you drop by to one of the live streams, please say what's up. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. These are the decks here. Today's a pick a card reading on Tarot Tuesday. We do this on Tuesday on the channel. All you have to do is pick one of the decks of cards, and we'll see what's going on. Everybody cool? Let's do it. All right, first deck. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. As above, so below. So that's the deal. Let's check out these cards. Let's get the stopwatch going because I tend to go on and on and on with description in the cards. Just a reminder, if you guys want a personal reading, a tarot reading, just check it out on one of the live streams. If you want a personal astrology reading, just check out how to book that in the description box below. All right, so what's going on with your week ahead? So if you pick this deck, your week ahead, so you have the Seven of Pentacles. Well, I guess I'm going to have to zoom in a little better for this next time. All right, well, good. All right, the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords reversed. So it looks like you really want to rush into things. If you picked this deck this week, you really want to rush into things. You want to get things going, and you really want to get into it. Like there's a lot of like teenage hormone energy, so to speak, happening. You've been patient, and it's time to get going. But that's only how you feel. The Seven of Pentacles says to wait. It's not time to harvest anything yet. The Seven of Pentacles is a card that says you're growing into something. Let it grow. Let everything mature. It's not time to attack it yet. And the Ace of Swords says there's going to be a bit of delay. It's reversed. There's a bit of delay in some kind of communication or a new beginning or new rapport with someone. So as much as you're anxious to get going, whether you want to start a new job, or you want to start a new relationship, or you want to get rid of somebody, or you want to move, or whatever it is that you want to do this week, as anxious as you are, the cards are saying to slow your roll, to put some chill on your action. On top of all of that, you see it's saying you're waiting for your ship to come in. The Three of Wands is waiting for your ship to come in. So it's not quite time to stress anything out. Look, the Fool card, it's a new beginning. So you have this new beginning happening. You're waiting for something to happen. This is a great reading, actually, guys. If you had this card, if you picked this particular deck, this spread, this is a great reading for the week. It says you're anxious to get on with things. You're in a situation when you're in a bit of a holding pattern. The Three of Wands means you're ready to do something. You've completed everything, or you think you've completed everything, and you're just waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting to move on to the Four of Wands, which means it's time to get on with things. Now, you also have the Fool card here. The Hebrew glyph for the Fool card is ox, which means preparing for the journey. But the pictures in the Fool card clearly indicate a situation, clearly indicate a situation where Tarot has already begun his journey. Now, you haven't yet moved on to the Magician, so you're not down the road in your journey, but you're just starting. So Okay, so you're just starting. So you're anxious to get going. You're waiting to hear some result from someone, you know, whether you got the job, whether you're going to get the money, whether the girl likes you, whether you're going to get the apartment, whether you're going to sell your house, whether you're going to, you know, whatever it is, whether your investments are going to mature. You're anxious for it, but you're waiting for it. There is some kind of delay in communication, and you are just starting the journey. So, you know, this reading says to take your time this week and just chill out a bit. And finally, the King of Cups says, have some responsibility in your emotions. Just keep your emotions in check. The kings control the action, so keep your emotions in check. You might be extremely excited about the situation, and you really want to get on with it. Just hold on. And finally, we have the Star reversed. So the Star card is the first of the 3 progressive luminaries. It means a light in the distance. And for some people, it's the card of hope. So, or it comes after the Tower card. The Tower means there's a collapse, and then you move on with the Star. You start to follow the Star. It looks like you might be feeling as if there's no hope right now. This delay that's happening, it's not like a delay. You've done. You're excited. You're ready for it. There might be a miscommunication, but you're ready and you're waiting for it and you're ready to start. And it says control your emotions, but you might feel a little bit hopeless right now. Like, man, am I ever going to get the job? Man, is this girl really dig me? Is this guy really using me? Am I going to, you know, is this guy ever going to leave? Or like, am I ever going to get the money? Or, you know, whatever's going on in your life right now. Man, you might feel a little bit hopeless. But it's not. It's nothing. There's no despair in this reading at all. So you might be feeling a little bit hopeless, but the truth is, it's just a matter of waiting for your ship to come in. All right, next. So that's the first deck. The first deck means to take things easy. Here we go. As above, dun 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 dun. So below. As above, so below. So if you pick the second deck, let's see what's going on with you this week. You have, oh no, the 5 of Swords. First up, 5 of Swords. Very simple. Mars energy being applied to communications. It's someone who wants to fight just for the sake of fighting. So watch out for someone who's going to try and turn you into a dead horse and beat the words out of you. Just be careful. You're going to come up with some kind of grouchy bananas kind of dude. So this second reading starting off is not the greatest. The 8 of Cups is a situation where someone wants to check out. So someone is arguing nonstop. So if you pick this deck, and this is SLC's deck, by the way. So if you pick this deck, you know, someone wants to fight just for the sake of fighting, and they're getting ready to check out. And then there's the Magician. Now, the Magician is usually, it can be a good card. It means someone's going to shine a light on your potential. And as you can see, on the Magician cards, there's almost always a situation where a guy is pointing upwards to the heavens and downwards to the ground. He's almost always pointing upwards to the heavens and downwards to the ground, which is all about manifesting. It's bringing your ideas to life. The Magician, there are 2 things in the card. One, it's Mercury energy, so it's about communication. And it's a card of manifesting. So it's bringing your ideas, making your ideas real. You know, it's time for you to make your ideas real. But in the story of Tarot, after the Fool card, after Tarot enters into the story, the first person he meets is the Magician. And the Magician shines the light on Tarot and shows Tarot all of what he's capable of becoming. So it's not necessarily a teacher is on the way. That's the Hierophant or the Pope or the Faith card in certain decks. But in this, which that's all one card in different decks. But the Magician talks about someone is going to come along to inspire you and shine a light on your potential. So if you pick this deck, be careful. Someone's arguing just for the sake of arguing. You know, there's a lot of nonsense going on. There's like a fussy banana dude. And then we have, or, you know, a prickly banana dude. Maybe he's happy, he's got a sad banana. And then we have this situation where, you know, someone is checking out. Like, it's the 8 of Cups. They're looking for a new muse. And they're going to find out. So maybe someone's beaten up on you so much that you're like, they've beaten up on you so much, you just got to take off. Someone's going to come along, or something is going to come along to reinvigorate you, to get you to be more positive about yourself, to see how good your life can be and how good and strong you really are. So if someone is abusing you or someone's throwing nonsense your way and it's time to hit the boogie, know that there's you should have a lot of hope. This is not the card of hope, obviously, but this is the card of realizing your own potential. And know that if you leave, you can create it. And look, this is the card of celebration, joy and celebration with your friends. So if you pick this, it looks like somebody's going to leave, somebody's been arguing too much, somebody's going to leave the situation, you're going to realize how good you are, and there's going to be somewhat of a celebration. There's one last little fight along the way, the 9 of staves reversed. It means it means you might be arguing with your roommate or your partner, you decide to leave, it's going to be a happy celebration, but you have to go back and get your clothes or your furniture or whatever, bank accounts or whatever, and there's going to be a little bit of arguing towards the end of your story. Or you really want to leave your job, it's just too much hassle, you realize how good you are, it's going to be harmonious, there's one little hassle at the end of the journey, and finally the Knight of Cups. This is a great card in this situation. It means emotionally, you're going to be emotionally fulfilled. It is about joy. It is about celebration. So if you pick this deck, there's a little bump at the beginning, but at the end, everything is going to work out. Everything is going to work out. And then you get the 3 of staves. So the 3 of wands is very much waiting for your ship to come in. It was in the last deck. So that's it. So you don't have to wait. If you're going to leave. Have confidence. Know you are going to manifest your intent. What you manifest is going to come true. It's the Magician. Then there's going to be a celebration, maybe a little bit of fighting. The Knight of Cups is going to rush into a situation. Someone from a distance might help you out. You're going to have the emotional support you need. And at the end of the day, you're just waiting. It's a situation where you got to take the steps to make it happen. The Magician says it's going to succeed, but you have to create your own destiny. And the 3 of wands says it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen right away. You're in a bit of a holding pattern. So in the first 2 decks, it looks like there's a bit of a holding pattern. Next, the Bonefire Tarot. I like this deck. All right, next. If you chose this deck, let's see what's going on in your week ahead. As above, so below. All right, so what's going on with this deck? The World card, holy smokes. So if you chose this deck here, the Bonefire Tarot, you're back at the beginning. The World card is the last card in the major arcana. It's Saturn energy. It's karma. It means you've gone through your trials and tribulations. You've gone through, you've seen the entire thing. You've finished your story. You're back at the beginning. So if you chose this deck, you're back at the beginning, but you've changed. And it's a card of karma. So good things, karma, good things to good people, bad things to bad people. It's different from the Justice card. Justice, Libra energy means if you've had too much good, bad is coming. If you've had too much bad, good is coming. It's restoring a balance. The World card is karma. That means if you've been good, good thing is going to be bestowed upon you. If you've been negative, if you've been bad, bad things are going to happen to you. But this deck here means you're back at the beginning and it's time to ascend to a new story. It's time to ascend, to raise your vibration and move on with it. 8 of Coins reversed. 8 of Coins is the card of studying. You may not want to study anymore. You might feel as if you've learned all of your lessons already. So watch out. Like I said, bad things for bad people, good things for good people. Understand that you should keep studying. You haven't finished learning, although you might feel as if you've learned everything there is to learn, and it might be a bit of a problem. The 2 of Swords is Libra energy. It means there's a decision that you have to make. You might be very indecisive right now. You see, the problem with the World card is you've changed. You've gone through your story, but the world around you has not changed. So you're probably in a situation, if you chose this deck, when you're back at the beginning, you feel as if you've learned all your lessons already. You haven't, but you feel as if you have. And then you have the 2 of Swords. You want to make a decision, but you're indecisive. You're like, man, it's time to move on. It's time to get on with things. What's everybody doing? And you're waiting to make your decisions. You're waiting on people who have not raised their vibration. They're not evolved. They're not ready to roll with you yet, and that's the problem. That's the problem, guys. So that's the thing. You're waiting on someone or something that might not be ready to roll with you. Then we get the Three of Swords. This is coming this is starting to come into light here. The story's coming together. The Three of Swords is the card of heartbreak. It means people aren't reacting the way you want to react, which is probably why you're waiting for them. It's probably, what's going on. So you clearly have some lessons to learn. If you chose this deck, this week is going to be some heartbreak. There's no two ways around the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is very much, no joke, the card of heartbreak. Someone's not going to behave the way you want them to behave. And then we have the Ten of Coins. So money is going to come. You might inherit some money. You might get a raise at work. Some money is coming your way. You might end things and then have money come your way. So it looks as if you're waiting for someone to make a decision. You want to quit your lessons. You feel as if you learned all of your lessons. The World card says, man, it's time to move on. Someone is going to move you sideways. And then the Ten of Coins said, money is coming. Out of all of this, money is coming towards you. And then finally, and this is not a good card, we have the Ten of Swords. So if you pick this card, if you pick this deck, there's going to be some kind of ending this week, and that should be obvious. Like whether you learned your lessons or not, whether you're waiting to make a decision or someone's going to make it for you, whether someone breaks your heart or breaks your trust, or someone leads you sideways, whether there's money there or not, the Ten of Swords says your game is about to end. And finally, the Magician here, and that means that you're going to manifest the things that you bring to light. This story is a manifestation of some of the negative things around you. You're going to look at it and you're going to have to take responsibility for the situation and realize where you made the mistakes, where you made your mistakes, and where to correct them in the future. So if you chose this deck, it looks like you're going to have a fairly eventful, broken-hearted week where someone is absolutely going to stab you in the back, and they're probably going to speak bad things about you behind your back. So if you chose this deck, watch out for it. If you chose this deck, watch out for it. You're supposed to ascend, but for some reason you're not ascending. You're waiting for someone else to make a decision, and it's going to be a little negative. All right, last deck for this video, last deck for today. As above, so below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Please share the video with your friends. If there's a message that you want to give to your friends, share the video with them. And if you want a personal reading, check it out in the description box below. All right, what's going on this week with this card? Oh, wow! Ace of Swords. That's pretty good. If you chose this deck, you have the potential here for something really good. Potential for new form of communication. A new form of communication. A new form of getting. So a new relationship might be in the works. Maybe a new computer. Maybe a new cell phone. Maybe a new pencil. It's not always that deep. Maybe you got a new pigeon or a new bottle to put a message in. I don't know. New form of communication, but it can indicate a new relationship. A relationship could be person. It could be a job. It could be, there's some essence of a spark going on. Then we have the Nine of Swords reversed. So the Nine of Swords is the card of bad dreams. Watch out for this. And you have to be careful not to let the bad dreams become your reality. So if you chose this deck, you're probably having bad dreams and you're really worried about the bad dreams, and because the card's reversed, you might be acting upon those dreams. So try not to act upon the dreams. Try and keep yourself tight, keep your shiz together, and know that the Ace of Swords is going to protect you. You have a new energy here. Then we have the Lovers reversed. The Lovers means someone's going to come along and change your mind. The Lovers reversed is not necessarily breakup energy, but it still means someone's coming along. But if you pick this deck, it looks as if you should have some new beginnings in communication. You should go talk it out. But I would have a feeling that you think someone is doing something against you. You might be worried about people lying to you at work or talking about you behind your back. You might be worried that your partner is cheating on you. You're worried. Nine of Swords is worrying. You're worried that there's some kind of nonsense that's going on, and you're worried that your partner is cheating on you or being untruthful. So watch out for it. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's new beginnings in So there's a lot of ace energy so far in this reading. It's the potential for something. So you have the potential here. This doesn't say it's happening yet. It just says you're worried about something. You're worried about someone not being truthful to you. Maybe you started a new relationship. Maybe you wanted to take your relationship to the next level, but it looks as if you're worried about it. But you have the potential for something really good. There we go, the moon reverse. So the moon is the second of the two progressive luminaries. It's supposed to mean moving from your subconscious to your conscious, to moving into the light of a beautiful new day. So that's the card in the energy in motion. You're supposed to move from darkness towards light. For those who don't know, the moon card is supposed to represent the view from inside of the birth canal. To see, the legs are supposed to be the towers are supposed to be the legs, and the sun's the opening. It's about means being reborn. But that's in the process of, en train de. The problem is, currently, especially when it's reversed, you're stuck in the darkness. So the moon reverse, you're stuck in the darkness and you're not sure what to do. You should trust your intuition and bring your intuition to light, but for whatever reason, you might be waiting on some kind of information. But I don't necessarily think you're waiting. I think you're just more afraid to confront this thing. Like, if these were knights, then you would definitely be jumping at the opportunity to go talk it out or to find out what's going on. But because they're the aces, it's the potential for, a heartfelt conversation. But because you're really worried and you're in the darkness, you don't know what's going on. Maybe someone is being a little aloof with you, but I think you should chill it out. Then the Queen of Swords. So you're not getting a straight answer right now, and it's stressing you out. You're going to have to push for the straight answer. If you want to resolve all of this, there's not a lot of conflict. It's just there's a lack of communication, and there's a lot of worry and bad dreams associated, worries and bad dreams, and a very pessimistic outlook for whatever reason in this reading right here. So you're going to have to do your best to get some kind of answer and to spark these two cards here. And then finally, we get the Seven of Swords reversed. It looks, if you chose this deck, the Seven of Swords usually means someone's stealing something from you. It means you missed the point along the way, and so you have to watch out. Reversed means someone is definitely stealing something from you. Someone is being a little shifty or underhanded towards you. Watch out for someone crossing you sideways. It makes sense. This makes sense why you're in the darkness. They're not necessarily being honest with you. Maybe somebody's ex has returned. Maybe someone's thinking about firing you at work. Maybe someone is sliding you sideways. Maybe someone's giving you a 6 for a 9. Just watch your actions. It looks as if someone's being dishonest and stealing something from you. And that's the action, and that's what happens, and that's your week if you chose this deck. I hope everyone enjoyed it. When you see this video, please put timestamps in the description box below. Please subscribe to the channel. Please give the video a thumbs up. Definitely download the app, and be cool. And I hope everything works out for you. And check out the SunnySide for a bunch more pick-a-card readings and for your weekly horoscopes. And that's the action. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sunny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a super beautiful week. And good luck, everyone. And I'll see you soon.